Good morning. Well, we slept really well in Gleichen, didn't we?
Nice, wasn't it?
It was a really nice little air. But there was this couple there, right? What do you think of this? They're in a caravan they've left there, but they leave it there. They live in Calgary and they've left it there for weeks on end, haven't they, Gary?
Oh, months, because they built a deck out the back of it as well. So it's been there quite some time. But they say they'll move when someone tells them to move.
I think that's a bit selfish, because there's only 5 spots there and it's really for people travelling through. Especially when when you think about the Trans-Canadian Highway, there's not that many places that you can stop for free, and there's only 5 spots. Anyway, it's a good stopover. The dump was the water's a bit close to the dump for me, so you're not entirely sure if it's nice potable water, but we had no choice because we've heard that Calgary's a nightmare to get hold of water, so we filled up with water here. But got a bit of a mare, Gary. What's the mare today?
Oh, so when we put the water heater on, we can smell gas, both inside, more outside than in, but we can smell it. So I've sent an email to Fraserway, and hopefully we'll get someone to look at it. It doesn't happen when we're cooking, when we're using the gas to cook. No. And it doesn't happen when we're using the water heater on electric, obviously, because it's not gas. Yeah. But it's could be worrying.
Right, what we are doing today though is, first stop, we're going to meet a couple of friends for lunch. Well, they're Gary's friends really, I haven't met them yet, but interestingly enough, the guy we're going to go and meet, Gary used to work with, I know his daughter, so they're my friends, and completely separately I know them because I used to work with them. Big shout out to Claire and Katie. But we're going to go and see your daddy, and we're going to have a bit of lunch with those guys. So last night we found a park up, and it's what was it called again, Gary?
It's David Richardson Memorial Disc Golf Park.
Okay, that's the right mouthful.
So but like frisbee golf.
So there is a bin and a toilet here, and we're not going to stay very long because literally we just used its facilities last night, parked up. Obviously, if you do come here, please don't leave any mess. That's the problem, isn't it? Yeah. Don't want them to sort of block it off. You're not allowed to stay at the Walmarts or anything in this particular location. So this was a really good park up. There was one other vehicle here last night, and then a couple of vans have parked on the street outside. There's one just there. It was good. It was a good night's sleep. We're just coming out the car park now. It's only a small car park, but you can get a motorhome in here. Right, so we're at the park and ride at Calgary. Crowfoot.
Yeah.
Crowfoot. So anyway, we've just had a quick look at the train schedule, and apparently it's going to take us about an hour to get downtown. We're both like, I can't be bothered with that.
And it's not just one. We thought it was just one line in. No. But you've got to go to one station, walk to another station, get another train. What a pain in the arse.
I'm too fragile, I'm going to be honest. So yesterday we had a really nice meet up, didn't we?
Did.
We went to see your friends, didn't they?
We met Ian and Sue yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah, so met Ian and Sue, and we met them for lunch at 1 o'clock, and we finally left the restaurant at 10 o'clock that night. So we were there that whole time. It was a really good afternoon. So hi to you guys if you're watching. Had a lovely time, but I'm paying the piper today. I feel absolutely ropey as. So what we thought we're going to do is we're going to have a quick drive into downtown. We're going to see if we can do a little bit of parking. Because it's a bank holiday, we may get lucky and just get a little slot. There's a couple of things I really want to see, but there isn't an awful lot we want to see because we've got to get off. We've got to get to Airdrie, haven't we?
Got to get to Airdrie tomorrow because we've got that gas issue.
Yeah.
We keep smelling gas, so I just want someone to look at it to say, yeah you're okay. And if we're not, get a new van and carry on. But we're on a bit of a tight schedule.
Do that. Yeah, I hope we don't have to do that. We don't know what's going to happen with that, but we're just trying to watch what we do with the gas itself, aren't we? Yeah. So we're going to basically park outside of Fraserway tonight, aren't we? You know, talk about like we'll be there as soon as they open shop in the morning, check our gas. So that's what the plan is, isn't it? And then we're heading up towards Edmonton, stopping at Red Deer, is it, or Red Lodge?
Deer.
Red Deer on the way. So there's the station at Crowfoot, but as you can see, the park and ride is completely empty. So this is the main road leading into downtown. As you can see, it's quite quiet at the moment. And it must be because it's a bank holiday. Stroke of luck for us if that's the case. There's loads of different park and rides all the way along, and the train runs along the centre of the highway. We're just coming into downtown, really. result. Gary's just found some really great parking. How much was it as well?
So it's $12.60 until 8 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Wow. So we could stay overnight if we want to.
Yeah, but it was $8 for each hour you stayed if you didn't pay that price.
Well, it actually works out not that much dearer than taking the train, does it?
No, it doesn't.
I'm really chuffed with that. We're really close to where we're going to eat for lunch. We've booked in the Sky Tower. Wow. Look at this. This is the first sculpture we're going to see. I think this is the Van Gogh monument. And here is the world's tallest mural. That's enormous. So here's the Calgary Tower, and we're going into the Sky 360 bar, which will be right up there. There's some absolutely brilliant facts about the tower as well. Apparently, it's the world's tallest Olympic torch, and under completion, the tower was the tallest structure of its type in North America. And that was from 1968 to 83. So obviously somebody built something more. And it's got 132 LED lights, the exterior, capable of displaying more than 16.5 million colours. That's pretty nice, isn't it? Yeah. So when you're in the lift, there's buildings that just go past it. It's like a 3D image, isn't it? As opposed to a window. Yeah. Because that was the difference with the one in Niagara. You could actually see outside. Yeah. Wow, this is amazing. The restaurant's not too busy either, is it?
Oh, it's great, isn't it? The outside is rigid, but it's the floor that the restaurant is on which rotates.
Does it? Yeah. So it's going clockwise.
Yeah.
So invariably we'll get to see the whole 360 of Calgary. So I've decided to go for a cocktail, even though I wasn't going to be drinking until my birthday. Caved in already. Looks like quite a nice cocktail, and Gary's getting an alcohol-free beer right now.
It's called Zero People Skills. So
it's
not a reflection on me.
Definitely not Baba. Menu looks really good as well. So they've got steak frites, which I think we're both going to go for, with a peppercorn sauce, skinny fries, $38. Now that sounds a lot, but it's just over 20 quid, so it's actually really good. But should we get a little starter, do you think, Gary?
Yeah, I think so, why not?
Because they've got sourdough cheese toast. Sounds amazing. And they've also got something else that sounds good. What did I say?
Calamari?
I didn't say calamari, but you might. Croquettes.
Crispy potato croquettes.
Yeah, that sounds good. So Gary's been doing I Spy and spotted the motorhome. Now, it's behind this building here, but it's reflected in here, just there by my finger. Look at this though. This is incredible. It's a really nice restaurant, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
So I think it's actually $23 for an adult to go to the top of the tower. So if you're having this meal, it's a win-win. You get to see the great view and you get a nice meal. Oh, look at my fancy little cocktail and Gary's alcohol-free beer. Cheers, Babs. It's quite warm in here. We're boiling. We've just had to take our jumpers off. Well, I have anyway. Cheers, chin chin. I wasn't looking forward to Calgary as much as I am now. So it's wonderful, isn't it? Here's our little starter bites. We've got some croquettes with cheese and then some sourdough cheese toast. How lovely is that? And here's our mains. There's my steak frites. Really delicious, actually. I've just had a bite of that steak. Looks pretty good, Gary, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
So actually, that was really quite good value, wasn't it? What did you pay in the end?
161.
That's including a tip as well. And I had 2 cocktails. We had 2 courses each. That's, I think, for this view and this experience, that was really, really good value. Here's what we're getting in the gift shop. I found a really cute hat I really like, and obviously a sticker, and that's $30 for the 2. Yes. Not bad. That's about, what, 15, right, 16 quid? Yeah. So, just at the old fire station, we've got the head sculpture I want to go and see. But also, over there's a fantastic looking sculpture. This is incredible. It's absolutely massive as well. And I think the face changes as you turn around from different angles. There it is, sort of getting towards the front. I think it actually looks the same from each angle. It must be a different thing I'm thinking of. You can get right inside it as well. So this sculpture is called The Family of Man, and it's been donated to the city of Calgary by Maxwell Cummings and Sons. And apparently it's dedicated to the Duke of Kent on the 8th of July 1968. What a great set of sculptures. But to be honest, the men's are quite graphic. And you really don't want to see it just after lunch, do you, love?
No, or before lunch or during lunch.
As if their shoes here. To be honest, they look proper skanky, don't they?
Yeah, I think it belongs to him.
Hey, proper schlonger on it. If you need to repent your sins, there's an upside down church here in Calgary. You can do it here. It's actually called the device to root out evil. It's a bit weird. It says it's one of the most recognised sculptures in the world, but I've never seen it before. Anybody else seen this? There's a really long pedestrian walkway as well, and it's heavily patrolled by the police. Great moves here, and then this sign catches your eye: moccasins, mules and boots $10, and it says off a pair. I thought it was $10 each. I was like, wow. Gary nosying in. Very different shoes in here. Look at the heel on that pearl pink one. So I had a quick look in the shoe shop, and those pink ones I just showed you there, $500 they are. To be honest, they're really unusual shoes, like $500 or $600, honey. But I mean, I wouldn't pay that for them. But you can imagine if they, you know, you really wanted them, they're really something different. That's about 250 quid. Wow. It's like a roll of thread, look. That goes up like that. How artistic. So we had a really brilliant day in Calgary today. We've just had our dinner and we've just had another bit of a mess. So what we've done is we've drove up to where Fraserway RV is in Airdrie, but the alarm's just gone off again, hasn't
so
it?
I put the water heater on again just to make sure that it was working or not working, because obviously I need to do the dishes after that, but the alarm went off. It was a gas alarm. So I opened the doors, opened the roof, and it took about 15 minutes before the red flashing light then turned to green, which means there's no more gas, because it's obviously now out of the van. But the gas monitor went off, which means there is a gas leak.
I mean, it's terrifying. I mean, you can't put the water on, you know, with the gas leak. We're not going to muck about with it. It's really annoying, actually, because what we've been told by Fraserway, the lady who was helpful, you could say helpful on the message, you've messaged her 2 days ago now, said, well, I'll try and get in touch with them in the morning to see if we can get you an appointment. So, you know, you can't muck about with gas. You've got to do it straight away. And because it's been a bank holiday here, there's nobody working here, so we're just parked outside, to be honest. I'll show you in a second. We're just parked here, but it makes me really nervous that we can't muck about with bloody gas leak.
We won't be turning it on now.
No, we can't turn it on.
Not at all.
We cannot turn the hot water on. It's just not worth it, love, is it?
No.
You know, and now it's freezing cold and raining. We've got all the doors open. Anyway, at least we're here. It could be worse. You know, I'm hoping they can solve it really quickly. Like Gary said to them, you know, if you can't solve it, you're gonna have to swap vans. We can't take a van up into the Rockies with a gas leak. Here we are. There's Fraserway RV. There's all their rentals there. You can see the weather. It's freezing and everything, isn't it?
It's cold.
But we can't get into this, can we, love?
No.
So if it was our own, we'd be able to have a look at it, but everything's completely sealed.
And even if I could get into it, I wouldn't.
Yeah, true, Gary.
Because I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, so. That's true. That's true. But actually, it's not too bad a park up for tonight. We're just going to park here. We're not moving on until they've solved the gas thing.
Level, so.
Yeah. So we're both sitting here, and Gary's doing the washing up. I cooked. And I'm just sort of writing some text. I'm just doing a video, and we both feel a little bit lightheaded, don't we?
Yeah, I definitely do feel like I've got a headache now, and I don't normally get that.
God, it's really scary, isn't it? Morning. Well, we slept with one eye open last night, didn't we?
We did.
I tell you what, we both felt quite rough yesterday with the gas, and we're outside of Fraserway, but we're awake, thank goodness, this morning, and had to laugh on Facebook. one of our followers, hey Gail, how you doing? I sort of said, we slept with one eye open, and she said, well, you have to with Cowboy Gary clambering all over you, sort of thing, or words to that effect, but very funny. So that gave us a chuckle this morning, but we haven't really been laughing. But you've just heard back from Fraserway?
Yeah, so I let them know. I just gave an update, etc. Told them we're here, etc. And they said, yeah, we've told them that you're here. And kind of think, and they're expecting you at 9 o'clock type thing. And I thought,
Did they say at 9 o'clock?
Well, they said they were expecting you to come in.
Oh right, okay.
So, they're waiting for you to come in, sort of at 9 o'clock type thing. So
did they say 9 o'clock?
Didn't say 9 o'clock, but it
Well, you get
read.
9 o'clock. You keep saying 9 o'clock. You said 9 o'clock twice now, as if it's been on there. Like, what are you on about?
Let me just tell you what
it's
they
now
said.
9:15 to put some context in here.
Yeah. Our location in Airdrie has been informed that you will be coming in.
We've been
So
coming
I've said,
in.
I've
We're
said,
stood
I've said I'll
outside.
go and see them at 9 o'clock, but I'd kind of.
Oh right, okay.
But I'd kind of expected they're coming out now, or because everybody's here, all the employees.
Loads of people have turned up, and well, it makes you realise you could park and sleep overnight, sort of stealth if you needed to. In terms of like sleeping here, it was all right, wasn't it? Yeah. But honestly, I don't want to move anywhere until we get that gas resolved. So nervous
or a new vehicle.
last night.
I'm not convinced now that we need to go anywhere without a new vehicle.
Are you worried about the gas that much?
I'm a little worried about the gas that much.
He wasn't bothered about it before, but the second
now
time
the alarm's
gone off twice. Yeah.
Unless they could say to me, yeah, we found a hose that was off and we've put it back on, then that seems like a fairly simple fix, which is great, because that would have done the job. But if they say we can't find it, we need to get a gas engineer in, sort of thing, well, that's...
Oh, I don't want to hang around here all day. Do you know what I mean? It's just eating into your time as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
To be fair, they've been really good up until now. That it's a bit weird that you're not getting seen with a gas that it's supposed to be an out of hours.
A long weekend.
Yeah, and we've kind of had to wait 2 days now. We better go in there then because there's nobody here.
I'm going to go in now, I think.
Okay. So we've just been into Fraserway RV rentals, and the manageress there was really, really helpful, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was.
She's just said move the unit round. They're going to get an engineer to look. But they didn't know we were coming, did they?
No, they weren't aware we were coming.
So the email Gary's got is they've been told that you're coming. No, they haven't. Well, she didn't seem to know.
Somebody else might have been, but that's not been passed on.
No, definitely not. But, so far so good. She said bring it in, they're going to check the gas. So, mini update. We're in the RV station and they have been absolutely brilliant.
They've been great. Yeah, couldn't have been any more helpful.
They couldn't have been more helpful. So what they did is they checked it. Reckons there's not a gas leak, but reckons it might be a faulty reader. Now, as Gary has just been saying to me, well, even if it's a faulty reader, you can't trust that, can you? You kind of need to... I mean, that's quite scary.
Trusting our safety to a faulty reader.
Exactly. So what they've said they'll do is... they were quite happy if we took it, but they also offered us a new van, and Gary wants another van. So we're basically just going to swap up. Same van, just swap it over. They're going to pull one out. They've been really good. We can't fault them, actually, to be honest. They've been absolutely brilliant. And we would 100% rent again with them. It's not their fault that there's an issue. How they deal with it, it's just shown how good they are, to be honest. So we're just packing up this van. They've been really helpful. They've given us a couple of wash baskets to kind of load from one to the other. You don't realise how much stuff you accumulate though in 3 weeks. Just to add a bit more excitement, we've all had to come out for a fire alarm test that's going on.
Well, it's not a test, it's actually an alarm that went off.
It's
So
an
we're
alarm
going
that
to
went off,
fire
so we
engine
can-
now to come back.
The firemen are coming now, so we have to wait outside. Honestly, the people here couldn't be nicer though, but thankfully it's not raining. We're all sort of just told to sort of wait outside. Better safe than sorry. Here we go. Lovely day for it though. We're just waiting for the all clear now, aren't we? To be honest, it's got a really nice atmosphere here, so could be a lot worse, couldn't it?
Oh, hi.
Could be raining, they've changed the van up, they've done everything they could possibly do for us. Right, it's now about 11:30 and we've transferred all of our kit from the old van into the new van. Now it's exactly the same, but it's a slightly different colour scheme. Dare I say we prefer the light colour scheme?
I think we might.
It's nice, isn't it?
It's lovely.
The van is absolutely fresh as a daisy. It's really, really clean, isn't it?
It is, it's great, isn't it?
It's really clean, and all of the bits and pieces are either brand new or in really good condition. So I would say this van is slightly better equipped than the other one was, but it is exactly the same. We've got to do the bed. We're going to do our bedding today anyway. But yeah, there it is. We're just glad to be finished, and we're going to be on in our way any minute now, aren't we, love?
We are, yes.
Righto, we're back on the road, and it feels all the same but slightly different, which is a bit weird. But right, very relieved not to be in the van, that we're worried about the gas thing. We don't know whether it's the monitor or the gas leak itself, but either way, we don't have to worry about it anyway. So we're heading up to Red Deer, which is between here in Calgary and Edmonton, and we'll see what it's like up there. Oh, we're just on our way, but that poor sod's broken down at the lights, so he's had to get towed away from here. That would be a nightmare, wouldn't it? Just coming into Red Deer, which is where we'll stay tonight. Here's our campground for the night. This is Westerner RV Park in Red Deer. It looks actually quite chock-a-block, doesn't it? Anyway, it's somewhere to stop for the night, and Gary's just gone to get some change because they've got a laundrette here. $3 for a wash, which is really good. So we're at our pitch, and as you can see, we're right by a road. Crikey. There is electric and a very overused fire pit by the look of it. There is a mix of people who are full-time and not. There's at least 100 pitches here because we saw pitch number 92. You know, don't have anyone next to us, but it's about $50 odd. This isn't great, really, to be honest. Morning. So we slept really well in the new van last night, didn't we?
Yeah.
Slight mare getting a shower. What was that like, Gary?
So if you're going to have a shower here, make sure when you go and get your tokens, you've got cash and credit card. Because the first time they told me they didn't take cash, and then said they only took credit card, and then when I gave the credit card, they wouldn't read the credit card because it wasn't American or Canadian. And then they wanted cash, but said they couldn't take cash. It's
Yeah,
just
she
like a
said
nightmare.
Well, she said she couldn't take cash because they needed the accountant to give you change. I mean, it's like, can you give me change for like 25 cents is? And a token for the thing. So anyway, we managed to get our laundry done. We managed to have a shower. So we feel freshened up. We got everything emptied, everything done this morning. So we're happy about that, aren't we?
All ready to go, yeah.
All good to go. So the big plan is we're heading up to Edmonton Mall. Now it's one of the biggest malls in North America, I believe, if not the biggest. It's even got like an ice skating rink. It's got a big massive ship in it. It's got a swimming pool, like a proper like flume type swimming pool, and over 900 shops. And we've got to do a bit of shopping, haven't we?
Yeah.
Because it's somebody's birthday next week. And also, we've got a wedding as soon as we get back to the UK, and we have got nada to wear. Nothing. I desperately need a pair of shoes, so we are going to do a little bit of shopping while we're there, and we'll show you around the mall on the next episode. So that'll be it for now. Here's a map of where we've been to so far. But if you haven't already, why don't you hit that subscribe to catch up? Edmonton Mall, Jasper, Banff, Lake Louise. These are all the destinations that we'll be heading to next. Okay, take care everyone. Great to see you. See you soon. Take care. Bye.